Dokkan just released a survey and they are only giving one stone. To be fair, it is only one question with an optional part at the end. Basically, they are asking for your satisfaction on the Million Arena and then why you chose the answer. Now, I pulled up a couple of tweets and we're going to look at some stuff, but something I did want to talk about first before we even go ahead and answer this. I feel like we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the cheater situation. Now, if you aren't aware, they released the event, and when they came out and talked about the actual winners of the event, which were the top 30, I believe, all of them were cheaters. Every single one. Okay, it's only in Dokkan. I'm not going to really pull up the list because it's not important to what I'm trying to say, but they did talk about the top 30 winners, that they're going to get a special title and that they're going to, just have it where that's their reward. And they said that they're going to release the survey and all that stuff from 22 hours ago, that they're going to have the survey regarding this, and they just dropped it right now. And it says, we at the operation team are doing our best to give all players the most enjoyable playing experience, and we hope you will continue supporting Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle. The issue is that, like, yeah, there were so many people who were part of the top 30 who were all modders and cheaters and all of these just things that were foul play. And the issue is that when you're going to do an event like this and you will want to celebrate like the top 30 people who just have the highest scores in Dokkan after having a tournament style sort of thing where you just lose more and more people over time, or you knock out people more and more over time, you really do have to be on top of this, because we can keep scrolling and see every single time it's like, yeah, a person who has 500,000 power, you're gonna say like that's this is the guy, like the guy who's just not like on a throwaway account, that's the guy who got first place. Yeah, show us the scores. And the thing is that, like, you have to do something about this, right? If you want it to be as transparent as possible, why isn't it like World Tournament? Have it where the event goes down, and then have it where afterwards you take some time, you look at all of the data from the people, you look at their gameplay if you need to record it or anything like that, but you don't double check and fact check when you have to. It's got to be like it. You have to do it right, and this was not the right way to do it. So because of that, a lot of people are upset, and I know another person here, Lotad, and a couple other people that I know of as well, actually weren't even upset at the fact that they lost, but they're upset at the fact that they summoned for Tien, because that was one of the units that you need to use in order to get a high score, right? Was the Tien. And he even showed like, oh look, I got 3 dupes of Tien, I had 332 limited coins, he spent 2,300 stones to try and chase the rainbow and place top 30, and then it turns out to be modders. Not saying that you should have summoned just for the one event, but if you wanted to score high in the event, of course you're going to want to use the brand new unit who is meant for it, right? So because of that, there's a lot of other people who also decided to summon on that. And when I was looking it up, for example, and I looked up Dokkan Tien, because I was trying to find the tweet, right? And I looked up the latest. There was a whole bunch of people who were like, let's see. Losing to modders is unacceptable. Refund my summons. Discontinue Million Arena and refund stones to all players for Tien. Like, it's just, it's funny, right? Like, it's not just one person saying that. But it's just stupid. Like, why this wasn't better what's it called? It wasn't better looked at. It wasn't given the attention that it should have deserved, especially when it clearly frustrated a lot of people. It it's just it's just silly, to say the least. So one thing I am gonna personally put here, and we're gonna go ahead and go through this together, is that they should not try to do something like this again. I think that every single time they've tried to do this, it just clearly doesn't work. They don't understand how to make it a fun event. The event itself wasn't even fun. And when they've tried to do it with something like World Tournament, with something like Million Arena, they clearly cannot handle it. So I think trying to look for another sort of style of event is better than doing Million Arena. So let me go ahead and just type that out real quick while I pause. Okay, I pause, but we have all of our stuff typed out. But I'll just go ahead and read it. Events where Dokkan players are meant to beat an event and get a high score are never fun. Events like World Tournament, Million Arena, and Chain Battle show that events that center around getting the highest score are generally received poorly. That doesn't mean that there weren't a lot of people who liked Chain Battle, but I don't know like a single person who likes World Tournament, who liked Million Arena, and Chain Battle being the best example of like a high score mode that was kind of fun. Like the only other one I could think of is Burst Mode, but that has like a certain limit to it, right? You can only get as high of a score that they set. But the main reason I bring it up is because Chain Battle is the best event out of all three of them, and it still is very 50-50 on if you like it or if you didn't. I'm part of the side that didn't really necessarily like Chain Battle that much. That doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the rewards of it, but the actual event style wasn't that fun to me. And then next I put, if possible, I think that an event that focuses on co-op and working together in order to defeat a difficult boss, similar to the hyperdimensional co-op mode in Dragon Ball Legends, could be a fun change of pace. Remaking the original Ultimate Clash mode before it was updated to the newest version, making an entirely new mode for that would be fun as well. And I put thank you. So talking about the co-op for a second, I think that, I mean, I kind of had this idea for a while, but having it where both players have like a set time limit, like maybe 20 seconds to choose orbs while setting up rotations, doing anything you need to do, maybe even like 30 seconds to a minute. But having it where both people would be using maybe one unit per rotation or something similar to that, and just having it where you're working together with someone, it would be pretty nice and something that I wouldn't mind doing, and as long as they would implement it in a fun way, I think it could definitely be something that would be like a nice, again, just a nice change of pace overall. We always have to fight with people in Dokkan. It would be nice to at least have someone you can work with and have like maybe on the top left of the screen the player's amount of health on the other side while it shows our health, you know, on the bottom side. And then for the Ultimate Dokkan, or the original Ultimate Clash part, the way that it used to work was that you would get all of your units on, I believe it was the bottom of the screen, and you would drag them onto 3 lanes. There would be units that would come from the enemy side that you would have to use the units that you were provided on the bottom to go ahead and defeat. And then after that, from those pool of units that you used to win and defeat like the enemy's barrier, you then had to go ahead and do the traditional Ultimate Clash style of mode of defeating whatever stage that opponent was. It was a really interesting idea, and I think bringing something back like that could again be pretty fun, especially when from what I've personally heard, the reception of it was pretty well received. While I guess they did want to update it eventually, it just was kind of weird that Ultimate Clash had only gotten that update back then and then gotten the update like right now, where it's 35 units and it's only a 3-stage event now. I don't know. I think bringing something that already has worked and trying to remake it again could be nice as well. And then putting like a brand new sticker on it or a brand new name on it, you know. But I don't know. Either way, Million Arena sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and submit this. Yeah, we got our 1 Dragonstone, folks. 1 Dragonstone. Yippee! Anyways, that is all the time we're gonna spend on this one. What did you guys think of Million Arena? What would you have done differently? What would you like to see? But anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great week. See you guys in the next one. Peace.